I'm Kleinert, and I'm a TED and TEDx speaker, two-time award-winning author, and go-to marketing partner for top thought leaders and entrepreneurs. But it wasn't always that way. I come from an entrepreneurial family, and so when I was 15, it felt inevitable for me that I should start my first business. Like any normal teenager, of course. And as you would expect, with little experience, I proceeded to make every single business mistake possible. I didn't raise enough money, I didn't know my competition, and I didn't spend enough time learning about my ideal customers. I was very fortunate at a young age to learn that if I wanted to be successful in business, then I needed to surround myself with positive mentors who have the highest integrity and are subject matter experts in whatever I'm trying to learn from them. And I would go on to find a much more positive mentor only a few months after my first business failure. One day, I was reading Forbes and came across an article about the most connected man you don't know in Silicon Valley. Immediately, I reached out to the serial entrepreneur, family man, and kiteboarder that was profiled. And I was still only 16 at the time, but I put myself out there and offered to work unpaid in exchange for this guy's mentorship because I understood the value of surrounding myself with world-class practitioners and people. And he was both an astute business person and overall great guy. He accepted my offer, and I haven't looked back since. I went from being an unpaid intern to building the initial sales engine for my mentor's VC-backed enterprise software startup, and became responsible for making sure our top accounts like Citrix, Amazon, HubSpot, MailChimp, and others were happy using our product. From there, when I left his company after 2 years to start my own company once more, I reached out to a New York Times bestselling author whom I wanted to learn from and work with, and ended up signing Never Eat Alone author Keith Ferrazzi as my first ever client. He gave me a shot to grow his keynote speaking business using the same marketing and business development strategies I learned working in Silicon Valley, and empowered me to not only make a name for myself, but to partner up with as many people like him as possible so we can go on to help millions of people through amplifying the amazing products and services that my clients were creating. I knew then that if I could help more clients, we could amplify their subject matter expertise to a broader population of people and truly change the world. This is the power of marketing, and that's what I want to share with you today. After working with Keith, I began working with more and more influential clients. I helped the founder of a billion-dollar fashion brand release his first book and relaunch a legendary career. Now, he speaks all around the country and saves business owners decades of time and millions of dollars by helping them avoid the same mistakes he made as he grew his iconic business. Later, we helped a VC-backed startup quadruple their sales in 1 month for over $282,000 in new revenue during a crowdfunding campaign that broke the previous record in their product category. That company went on to raise over $1 million in 2 weeks following their Indiegogo launch, and actually had to turn away investors because they were so popular after our campaign. Again and again and again, we've helped clients market and scale their successful small businesses. And this entire time, I've been building my own personal brand and a second business on the side in order to show our clients that I not only talk the talk, but also walk the walk when it comes to establishing thought leadership and industry recognition. Today, I'm fortunate enough to have written 2 books in a best-selling and award-winning series on subject matter experts in the Millennial generation, and I've spoken at 2 TEDx events and 1 TED event, not to mention dozens of other stages for organizations like IBM, Samsung, Citi, Bacardi, Ogilvy, Ad Age, and even the United Nations. I've raised money, led successful product launches under my own companies, inked articles in Time, Forbes, Huffington Post, and other media giants, and represented the United States as a delegate to the 2013 Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Malaysia. I've even been named USA Today's Most Connected Millennial, as well as a champion for humanity by the United Nations. I've also been interviewed on podcasts hosted by John Lee Dumas, Joe Polish, and Neil Strauss, as well as more traditional media hosts like Stuart Varney on Fox Business, and by Emmy Award-winning journalist Kristen Aldridge. I don't say all this to impress you. Everything I share has helped my clients consistently double, triple, and even quadruple their sales, sometimes in as little as 1 month, and has led me to develop a pretty desirable personal brand. It's also provided me with a world-class network of mentors and peers to learn from on a daily basis, and a lifestyle I truly love and am grateful for. Are you ready to amplify your work and change the world by sharing what you do with as many people as possible? Let's get started.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I guess started my first business at 15, and I like to say both successfully started and spectacularly failed my first two businesses at 15 and 16. Starting at 16, I worked for two VC-backed startups in Silicon Valley. One was called Learnist. I spent 3 months there, left, and then they raised $20 million, of course. I wasn't entitled to any of that. I was just a measly intern. And then spent 2 years at a startup, enterprise software startup called 15Five, and did everything from becoming an unpaid intern to leading their outbound sales team when I left and helped them grow. They're doing really well now.
So let's talk about unique marketing. I think so many businesses out there are ultimately suffering and not achieving the impact or the income and revenue goals that they want, and they're not able to live the lifestyle they want and be able to contribute in the ways they want because of sales and marketing issues. You guys specifically work with people on that. What do you feel like are some of the most effective ways you've helped entrepreneurs and businesses around the globe come up with creative, unique marketing strategies that have helped them, as you said, double, triple, quadruple their business in sometimes even a short period of months? What are the keys to doing that?
So let's put ourselves in the customer's shoes, and we're consumers of other people's products, stuff, whatever. We always feel like we're looking and searching really hard for the best solution to our problems, right? And as consumers, we do want to spend money because we want that solution to whatever problem we have, no matter how dire or surface level it is. I think a lot of companies don't do the hard work of doing customer development and actually figuring out what their ideal customers want, not just their customers, but the ones that will spend the most money with them, that will give them the less customer service hassle, that'll refer them the most to other people. So as an entrepreneur, you have to think about these things as you're setting up your business, because then you can do less clients for the same amount of money, or you can scale quicker. But ultimately, you started a business for a reason, because you wanted to help people. And if you do extensive customer development, you can help your clients or your companies a lot more than if you didn't do that research. And so in a product launch standpoint, or even if you have like a successful business already and want to step up your game, the first thing is let's look historically at your customer data and figure out the 80-20 of who's spending the most money with you, and do kind of a data deep dive into your history. Figure out
lifetime value of a customer.
Who's spending the most money with you, who will spend the most money with you over time, where do those people come from, what's the demographics. That's the basics, and I think that a lot of people do that. A surprisingly number of companies don't.
So I was just going to say, actually a lot don't. Like maybe the ones you're dealing with are at a higher level, which is why they understand the value of investing in a company like yours to help them. But unfortunately, as a business consultant myself, most businesses aren't doing that.
And it's difficult in a product launch standpoint too, because
that's where numbers are the most important metrics,
and
they always are in business.
And you're so excited to get your new business out or your new line of products out, but you have to stop yourself, and even just for a few days or a week at max, and do this kind of hard work. But you do the quantitative stuff first, then you move to the qualitative stuff. Figure out, I have 1,000 customers. These 50 spend the most money with me. Now I'm going to take these 50 over to the qualitative side, and I'm going to ask them questions in a templated form, like, how did you hear about us? Why did you want to work with us? What problems did you have? What benefits did you have from working with us? What people were you considering, or companies were you considering instead of us? The first tactical decision is how do you even set up your company or your product launch? Then you do a lot of the extensive customer development work that we talked about. The marketing stuff is pretty easy after that.
Like the channels to attract people at.
And actually, if you do all this hard customer development work, you should really only pick 2 or 3 marketing or business development channels to target your ideal customers.
Like LinkedIn and Facebook or Instagram and Snapchat.
Because you should know, if you've done all the hard thinking and all the hard emotional work, where those people live online and what they care about. So why would you go on LinkedIn when you can go to Snapchat for millennials and Gen Zers? Or if you're doing an evergreen sales cycle, start building up a content marketing machine rather than just focusing on the sexy press that you can get for your launch period. These are kind of the easier decisions once you do the hard work. But that's step 2. And then step 3 that most people also skip. So everyone does the middle thing, right? They're like, go, 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 go. But no one thinks before they do. And then no one revisits what they do and actually is like, did that work? Do the 80-20 on what you just did. Did we get more ideal customers? Did we help people? where's our new money coming from, figure out the most effective things of what you're doing, and then throw away what doesn't work and double down, triple down, quadruple down on what does.
The stories I've chosen to share with you today, and that I hope you choose to share with others, remind us of an important and timeless message, which is that our problems won't solve themselves, that our ability to innovate is greater than ever before. We all have power now that only governments, corporations, and the super wealthy had just a few generations prior. And using the tools, strategies, and mindsets of young people changing the world today, not only can we all experience personal success in record time, but together, we can solve exponentially challenging problems faster than ever before. So, there's only a few questions for me that remain. One, what problems are you going to solve? Two, who are you going to solve them with? And three, when are we going to get started? Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm coming on to share a quick testimonial for Jared Kleinert. Recently, I had an incredible VIP day with Jared in New York City, and I have to say it was absolutely priceless. I am so extremely thrilled with how the day went. We went through my brand, my business with a fine-tooth comb. Jared absolutely knows what he's doing. He's extremely strategic. He helped me literally figure out exactly who the people were that I needed to connect with in my business. He helped me figure out how to create a support team around me that's going to help me really take my business to the next level. We went through everything from the income I was producing, how to actually increase that, generate more revenue, so I can truly scale my business to a whole other level. We touched upon the slight pivot that I need to do with my brand that's going to align me better for where my brand is actually going, so that everything falls aligned together. So this literally was an experience that I have actually been waiting for my business for years. Because most people, you know, when you sit down with a coach or a mentor, they're kind of tailoring it to a specific system. And I have been looking for somebody that would literally just take the time to sit down with me and actually understand and listen to where I wanted my brand to go, which is not down a path that anybody else is walking right now. So I needed somebody that would sit with me and actually map out a blueprint that I could follow specifically for my business. Because especially for those of you that are trailblazers, or those of you that are, maybe you're running a startup, or maybe you've got you know, a corporation, you know, it's really important to have that bigger vision and the details laid out of where you need to go, so that you can scale everything, generate more revenue, you know, network with the correct people that are going to help you get to that next place in your business. So I highly recommend this VIP day. I did mine in New York with Jared. It was fantastic. I keep raving about it. I'm telling everybody I know about it. So I highly recommend you need to jump on this. If you're questioning it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. It will change the game for your business. Jared is so knowledgeable. He is so strategic. He has wisdom that will literally knock your socks off. So this is a very well-connected, extremely intelligent person that cares about you and your business. So, you know, even beyond the business, Jared is a very loyal person. He's genuine, he's real. And what I love about him is he can communicate to a very wide audience range. So that is so key in business. So he will understand your business. He will understand your brand. He will understand the message you are trying to relay. He will understand your product and literally give you the blueprint to help you take everything to the next level. Jared, I thank you so much for your help. Anybody that is considering working with Jared, I say do it. You will not regret it. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
What's going on, guys? My name is Andrew Billack, and I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my man Jared Kleinert. Jared and I did a VIP day together about a year ago, And it was probably one of the best investments I made into my business, because it helped me get clear on what I needed to do to build my business, the systems to build, the procedures to build, to find out what clients I needed to go after, to find out how to do that, best ways to prospect, getting clear on my goals and what I needed to achieve. Not only can Jared provide a ton of value to people who are starting off in business, but Jared can also provide massive amounts of value to you and your business if you already have something that's established and you're looking to take your business to the next level. So I can't thank you enough, Jared, for the time that we spent together, and all of the things that you did to help me get on my way to building something that I'm really proud of. So I would 100% recommend, if you're on the fence, if you're ready to take the plunge into a VIP day with Jared, it's one of the best investments you'll make.
So there you have it, guys. If you're still watching this, then I would love to have you here with us in Atlanta at our headquarters here for Kleinert Ventures and for 3 Billion Under 30. Would love to work with you. And so at the bottom of the page, you will see an application. So the next step for you is to fill out that application. It does not commit you to working with me at all. It simply lets you tell me a little bit more about who you are, how I might be able to help you, and then I'll be in contact with you to see if we can make a day together happen for you and your business. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.